Today my goal was to explore Australia's most notorious abandoned hospital, Rico Mental Asylum. Originally known as Wiggrew Lunatic Asylum, Woolston Park Asylum, and Goodna Hospital for the Insane, it is one of the largest and oldest psychiatric hospitals in Australia. The hospital was located within a prison and correctional sector in the bush between Ipswich and Brisbane City. Designed by Kersey Kennan, founded and built from 1865 to 1923, Waco Mental Asylum occupies a staggering 4.5 kilometre site on the banks of Brisbane River, which was partly washed away from flooding. Over 50,000 people, including children who were wrongfully placed, all unfortunately called the asylum home over its duration since it was built. So after living so close to the asylum while growing up in suburbia, I've heard countless stories that go about this place, and I have to admit, I was a little bit curious. So today I set out to complete bucket list number 8, sleep in a haunted house alone. This was the perfect chance to turn that lingering page of curiosity into reality, and of course, I'll document my findings for you guys. This opportunity was way more convincing than the constant warnings and possible repercussions of law enforcement. After diving into this project already knees deep, I found the following alleged events of history, and I couldn't turn back now. With only naming a few, these buildings have witnessed such horrific sights of history with the endless despair of death, rape, beatings, force-fed dangerous drugs, psychological torture, isolation, and so much more one can't even imagine. And to top it off, mass cremations and missing remains still haven't been answered. And here are some of the things I found. Buildings from the past heavily barricaded. Police signs and CCTV cameras on every click. LED motion detectors surrounding the perimeter. A 24/7 on-site security team watching your every move. Ominous warnings painted on walls. Corrugated iron sheets where windows used to sit. The roofs and railings seamlessly drenched in rust. Missing floorboards with iron pillars. A dungeon allegedly used for inhuman acts with only the bars remain. An inconspicuous vault lays dormant, giving the impression it was pushed out the top window and left in a hurry. And finally, the old morgue resting between the trees, guarded by kangaroos. Waco Mental Asylum has stood the test of time, giving an appropriate look of a haunted city. Popular with curious urban explorers, as now the ghosts of the tormented lost souls supposedly haunt the buildings. Today the hospital facility presents itself to respectfully honour those who were mistreated years ago, employing roughly 460 people as the majority of the complex has been refurbished since closed in 2001. Female Ward 2 is now a heritage listed site, and the buildings where the strange vault lays are to be refurbished into dorms for police recruits. There's roughly 300 patients left today. They're locked up during the day and a few are granted permission to wander the grounds. After spending the night in this place, I couldn't stop thinking about the thousands of patients that suffered within these walls and the secrets this place had to endure. Those who survived are still fighting a psychological battle today, and this video was of no disrespect to all those victims, but a short documentary on its history and embracing the past where it all happened. 9 years since close, surviving victims were giving a blanket apology by the Queensland government, issued to all those abused under care, were never compensated. Again, years went by and finally the government has approved compensation and counselling for those victims. Yet, will this ever be able to repair what was done? See you guys in the next episode.